Who am I? Who are you? Do you know who you are? Do you ever ask yourself, hey yo, is there maybe some help knowing who I am? What I'm supposed to be doing? What's best for me? Hello and welcome. My name is Matthias and I help my viewers achieve their full potential. So, who am I? Who are you? How do you know and how do you find out? Well, there's an ultimate truth of who you are. I already mentioned these in past videos. And the truth is, you are the universe. You are a divine being. You are a God. Okay. Cool. But this is very abstract. So maybe you need more specific or a more specific approach to this. So I've always been wondering, hey yo, okay, what shall I do? And when I was younger, in my teenage years, I was looking out of curiosity into the daily horoscopes of newspapers, but they are very generalized, very untrue or not appropriate or unspecific for me. And I was like, okay, yeah, so I built up the belief that horoscopes, maybe that's not my thing, even though something in me was pulling me towards that, so to find out more about this, and so not to have a bias about it. So I've always, in the very beginning, also already as a child or then early teenage years, one of the first things you look at is I looked at the Chinese horoscope, my zodiac, which is about the years. It's related to the years and elements. The elements being fire, water, metal, and so on and so on. So there I am a snake. Cool, snake, yes, I love snakes, seem to be wise animals generally. And well, of course I always knew, hey yo, I'm a Virgo. I'm a Virgo, might be a bit complicated. And Virgos and Libras are not necessarily the best combinations in certain ways. And my mom is Libra, so you can imagine maybe this was a bit more complicated or more difficult situation, but well, which was not the case. So I was like, okay, might be not, maybe this is not enough knowledge I have about this. So a girl I met towards the end of my high school years, she was telling me that her father was doing life horoscopes, and I did not react by then and saying, okay, hey yo, I would like to look into that. She also removed my bias of good horoscopes are stupid because they are very unspecific and so on. So unfortunately I did not take this into consideration by then and also speak with an astrologer about my natal chart. So okay, I did that in a later stage in my life. The next horoscope type I discovered for myself, which was also related to me going to Guatemala for a voluntary stay there and doing some voluntary job, which was a very interesting occasion. What then happened, because when I arrived there, first of all, I landed in Mexico and then went to Guatemala. What happened was that I arrived there on a Sunday, and I heard about, hey, yo, Guatemala is not being that safe as a country. Many high rate of criminality, especially in Guatemala City. So I was halfway prepared, kind of. I follow my intuition because my intuition was always strong, and I followed that, even if it's sometimes rationally stupid, money-wise or so on, but it was always a very good decision to follow my intuition. So I arrived there on a Sunday in Antigua, Guatemala. So the the ancient capital of Guatemala. And what happened was on Monday, I woke up early in the morning with some explosions. I was like, what the heck's going on? Not already? No, I don't want to die. So I was like, no, okay, good. But then later on, we found out that the church is using bombs or bomblets, and because it was some holiday going on, and yeah, so these explosions were related to this religious holiday, and I was like, oh, lucky me. But I wanted to say, actually, on the coming Thursday of this Sunday, what happened was at the same time there was a volcano eruption, which didn't happen in a long time, and at the same time a tropical storm hitting the coast. And there was emergency state going on in Guatemala. And well, okay, thank you for the welcoming, universe. Thank you very much. I highly appreciate it. So, but nevertheless, to come back to the other thing is, in Guatemala, I learned about the Mayan astrology. And so I went into that, and I found out I was a Jaguar. So, oh, cool, Jaguar. Yeah, that's very cool. Jaguar 13. I post the links to the websites, or I find highly helpful, or that helped me. Also a little bit of promotion. I found out I was a Jaguar 13, and with the trecana of wind. So what does that mean? Jaguars are shamans. Usually they are artists, dancers, gardeners, and in that direction. Then you have the daily number. They have 270 different possible combinations. So just about that. And then there are cycles, and these change, and so on and so on. You should check it out yourself. It's a bit I'm not a specialist in for that, so check out the link, or I also post the link to this guy's YouTube channel. So then I'm number 13, which is very high, and the difficult people, apparently the higher the number, the more difficult people. And Trecana wind, which is a daily changing sign. So you have a combination of three things, and throughout your life, this changes. So you have a past sign, or a childhood sign, then you have a day sign, and then you have a future sign, and it changes. And then also you have the influences of the masculine and the feminine signs. So I was going along with that, and I highly liked it because it's very, very specific, and it's very precise. I was always completely mind blown as how much this was very correct in my for me, and it explained a lot. So then I met a girl, and once I mentioned to her, hey, yo, there is a Mayan horoscope. So she told me her birth date and everything. And I checked, and I was reading it, and I was like, wait a second. This is the description about me. What the heck is going on? So I was like, reading, checking what was my sign, and she had the exact same combination. So I was buffed. I was baffled. Something started happening in my consciousness. So it was a strong acceleration for my awakening process, by the way. So yes, so I followed this, and still I was like, hey, yo, Jaguar, okay, shaman. I was always into shamanism, and I still am very much into this. So I said, I want to become a shaman, because I met shamans, two very good people, shamans which are not originating from shaman places like Amazonas or Amazon or so, but yeah, these are good people. It's heart-centered. It's also what I later found out, it's related to Tantra. And I've always been Tantra. So yes, later on, what else did I find out? During my studies, I studied product industrial design. One of our teachers, our workshop teachers, he was mentioning, when we were treating the material wood, he was talking about the Celtic tree cycle. So there you can check them out. They don't work with animals like other horoscopes are talking about, but they work with trees. So depending in which time frame you are born, you are a specific tree. So yeah, check that out. It's very, very precise too. It's very interesting because it also talks about what health issues you may face. Then the next thing I stumbled upon, which is similar to the Mayan calendar, is the dream spell calendar. So there you can check it out. It's kind of related, but it's more new age thing. And don't ask me about the differences, but also there are some correlations. I can say, hey, okay, this is quite on point for me. What else did I write up? I need to check. Then finally, I actually checked my Western horoscope and my natal chart and so on. Never talked with an astrologer properly yet. I still find this would be very highly interesting. Oh, yes, I did. Not time. But so I checked that, and it was highly interesting. It's a bit complex. If you include everything. So I'm Virgo, sun sign, moon sign is Sagittarius. So you see, Virgo is very perfectionist and everything. Maybe Virgos can be very difficult people, or in their behavior. I need my Virgo time. I know I need my time for myself and everything. Hermit mode. We have two planets, and. So the rising ascendant is a Libra, so creative and everything, and the MC is a Leo. So I should be entertainer, should be a CEO, politician, or such. So I'm on the way there. So yes, this will come. Well, now I'm doing kind of edutainment. I hope you find it sometimes funny, or I hope you find fun through my humor, me laughing here and smiling and bringing joy and happiness. Oh man. Yes, what else did I then afterwards? I was like the same girl I met with the Mayan horoscope, or the Mayan horoscope, which is exactly my female counterpart. Actually, she was indicating me to the 64 gene key by Ruud, I believe is his name. So he developed some system related with the I Ching or I Ching system too. Kind of, and I should look into that again. It also indicates a shadow thing, your shadow parts, and so on. So highly interesting. Another thing then is life design, which Craig Braden talks about, but actually his version is apparently not as deep as other versions. There are apps where you can calculate these. There are different apps also about astrology, so check that out if you're interested. Then one of the very helpful website I discovered that helped me define myself, or try to define myself better and understand myself better, my behavior and everything, is 16personalities.org or .com. So where it's a Myers-Briggs psychology test. So this is not something coming from the esoteric science and so on, like astrology, but this is psychology. Check that out. It's highly interesting. Can recommend that. It helped me a lot too. And it helps you understand more what type you are, if you are more introvert or extroverted, and so on and so on. Check it out. I post a link to that website. What I also want to mention for a future project, I'd like to have people participate in a project which makes a link, or which makes correlation between, hey, well, yo, what is your horoscope, what is your zodiac, and so on. What are the different horoscopes of you, and then link them to the 16 personalities and so on. How well does this cover it, and so on. So just as a thought, this is a project I like to start. Maybe someone wants to support me in this somehow. Then another thing I found is the Big Five. Well, Big Five traits. You find online tests generally. So you just answer some questions and then you have the thing. What else did I find? There was some color tests. So what kind of person are you? It is a small test, which is not very known. Another interesting thing I discovered, of course, there are the archetypes. What archetype are you? Yes, archetypal. I forgot what something else works with archetypes. So never mind. Just check archetypes. Do your own research, please. Then another very interesting, highly interesting thing that I discovered, of course, was numerology, where every letter your name has a numerological or a numeric value, and then it works with the vibrations of numbers. So there you can check. I'm 7. Most of my numbers are 7. So spirituality is a given thing. So it explains a lot too. It helped me. It helped me a lot. And lastly, well, in the further search, I was also asking, of course, mediums, psychics, talk about what are they reading. I mean, I did not. I was starting my awakening process, but I went very fast, very far, and so I got some interesting knowledge. Yes, exactly. So they told me things, and it was very interesting too. Another very good way on finding out about yourself is palmistry. So hand reader, and also face reader. And so I went to a woman. She was very good, I have to say, and I should look into that too. And what else? Then Feng Shui horoscope. So my ex-partner, she knows Feng Shui astrologer, and I looked into I had my reading done, which sounds very good. I'm a metal sword there, which is leader, a game. And it also talks about health issues, possible health issues, and it's related also to the months. And check that out too. I don't know where you can check that, but I mean, Google gives you all the information, or if you know how to do the research, so please do that. And lastly, what I discovered what was very helpful, and now I follow this. This is a soul path, soulpath.org, I believe it is, where it shows you what is your dark path. So if you follow that, then you followed your shadow more. And then there are 2 light paths. There is one which is the progressive light path, which is I think, as far as I understand it, is which brings you far. Far. And the second one is the joyful light path. So I'm on the joyful light path. I am a teacher, so this is exactly what I'm doing here. I'm a teacher. I need to tell people how I see the world, how do I perceive the world, to let them, to share my knowledge, to share my perspectives and everything. And we'll go into music, of course, and art, always creative. This was highly important for me. And well, I have different lines I follow a path I follow, and I started. Now I have many different projects, but I had to learn one after another. Sometimes parallel, yes, but not too many things at once. And what else do you want to say? Yeah, it tells you how to make use of your shadow traits and integrate that. So the progressive, the dark path is, for instance, an intuitive builder, which was always like designer, business designer, whatever builder, build, design, however. And the progressive light path is, for me, is quite design scientist. I'm a design scientist. What design science is, I will talk about in another video. I will generally, as information now, I bring forth my spiritual knowledge. Then I will also start channeling. I have a council which wants to speak through me finally, and I will also talk about nature, sustainability, and the design. So about creativity. And these are my main interests, my strengths, and I have others, but on these I will focus, and together we will build or envision the new world, let's say. And my vision myself is unite humanity and lead it into a harmonious co-living with nature. This is my vision, and also look specifically after children, as they are highly important. Nature and children, these are the most important assets of humanity. So this aside, so what I want to, so I hope I gave you some insights about how to find out more about your characteristics, about your strength, about your weaknesses. Check out these tools, these valuable tools, which help me, and I'm sure that they will help you. But but from when you get into the 9th dimension, I'm above that, but when you are above the 9th, or from the 9th dimension on, you will not be under the influence anymore of numerology, of astrology, and so on, but you decide, you create your own reality, you do so, and you can already do so now, but there are some mindsets and things you need to include into your system, so to make this change happen. So I really hope you got some value, a lot of information, and got some good laugh with me. And if so, please like and share this video. Comment on that. Leave me some nice message like hello, I love you. I love you back then. And yeah, I'm still working on my website, so you can book services of mine, coaching and healing services and workshops and so on. Looking very much forward to that. And please subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you in my coming videos, my next video. I post every day. And so that's for now. Please keep up the high vibration. Please smile, love a lot, share the love, and if you have any questions, please ask. I'm gladly here to help. Find me on different social media. I will post when the time and the appropriate time. And yeah, you are valuable, you are important, you matter, and much love. I wish you all the best. Stay safe, stay healthy. Your Matthias.